feeling a little lost at sea when it comes to AI tools for instructional design? We're diving deep into a recent Medium article called 19 Must-Have AI Tools for Instructional Design to help you chart a course.
It's a really fascinating article. It's more than just a list, though.
Yeah.
What really grabbed my attention was how it highlights the potential of AI to totally revolutionize how we think about learning and design.
I'm right there with you. Revolutionize, not just automate, right?
Right.
We're talking about a whole new level of personalization.
Exactly.
Like imagine tailoring content to individual learning styles.
Oh, absolutely.
Or getting instant feedback while you're building a course. That's the kind of power AI brings to the table, and that's exactly what we're diving into today.
It's exciting stuff. And to help us navigate all of these possibilities, the article gives us a really practical framework. The 4 stages of instructional design analysis, design, development, and evaluation. It's like a roadmap for strategically incorporating AI into each step of the way.
Okay, I love a good roadmap. So let's start navigating with that first stage, analysis. This is where we figure out the why behind the learning, what needs to be learned, and where are the gaps. The article brought up a tool called Speak AI, and this is where it gets really cool. Imagine you've just done a bunch of student interviews or focus groups, hours of recording.
Hours of recordings, yeah.
Speak AI can help you pull out those key insights in just a fraction of the time.
What's amazing about Speak AI is that it goes way beyond simple transcription.
Oh, right.
It actually analyzes the content for you. So think about it. You could use this to figure out if there's a common misconception your learners have.
Wow.
Or pinpoint those areas where maybe your explanation isn't quite hitting the mark. It's like having a magnifying glass to zoom in on your learner's understanding.
That's a game changer. So it frees you up to use those insights creatively instead of getting bogged down in the data.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of making things easier, the article also talked about Descript AI for this analysis stage. Have you used that one?
I have. Descript is a really cool video and podcast editing tool, but it's the AI transcription that makes it super helpful for us instructional designers.
Okay.
Imagine being able to edit your audio and video projects just by editing the text transcript.
Oh, wow.
It's incredibly efficient.
I can see that. That would be a huge time saver.
Huge.
Especially for folks working with a ton of video content. And let's face it, that's becoming more and more common in online learning these days. But it's not just about being efficient, right? It's about using these tools to make our analysis even stronger.
Absolutely, yeah. And that leads us perfectly into that next stage, design, where we take what we learned in the analysis phase and really map out the content and activities to reach those learning objectives. The article highlighted Jasper AI as a really valuable tool for this stage. Have you heard of Jasper?
Yeah, Jasper's been creating a lot of buzz lately, and for good reason.
Yeah.
It uses AI to help you generate all kinds of content really quickly.
So many different types.
Emails, blog posts, even marketing copy, I think.
Yeah.
I can see how that could be super helpful for creating really engaging learning materials.
Absolutely. And to make sure those materials are grounded in evidence-based practice. They also mentioned Consensus AI, which is a really powerful tool. What's so amazing about this tool is that it uses AI for research. Like it's a research assistant right at your fingertips.
So you can use AI not only to help with the creative process of actually designing content, but also to back up those instructional choices you make with solid research.
Exactly. Solid research.
That's incredible.
Consensus AI finds those relevant research papers for you, pulls out the key information, but then it also provides you with the citations, which makes it incredibly easy to integrate those findings into, your design documents or justifications. No more spending hours and hours digging through endless search results and manually formatting bibliographies.
Right. So we've got tools to help us analyze our learners' needs and tools to help us design effective learning experiences, and they're backed by research. But then how do we actually bring those designs to life?
Well, that's where that development stage comes in. And this is where things get really, really futuristic. The article talks about HeyGen AI, which uses AI to create videos from text using these really interesting digital avatars.
Wait, so instead of having to film yourself or hire actors, you can use HeyGen to create professional-looking videos with AI-generated avatars.
It's wild.
Tell me more about this.
Okay, so there's a whole library of diverse avatars, and you can customize their appearance, how they look, And then you literally just type in your script, and Hagen generates the video. It does all the work for you, complete with lip-synced audio.
That's amazing. So it just takes away all those barriers to making engaging video content.
It's incredible.
And for those times when you do need a human touch, the article also mentions Synthesia AI.
Synthesia is very similar to Hagen, but it uses AI to generate even more realistic human-narrated videos.
Wow.
It's like having a professional spokesperson on call at all times, ready to deliver your content with, all the nuances, the expressions.
It's amazing. So we're really seeing how AI is changing the game here, making it possible for anyone to create really great learning experiences, even if they don't have a big budget or super advanced technical skills.
And that's what's so exciting about this time that we're in, in the instructional design world. These tools are giving us the power to push the limits of what we thought was possible and to create these learning experiences that are more effective, more engaging, and more accessible than we could have imagined before.
I love that, pushing those boundaries. And speaking of pushing boundaries, the article also mentions some really innovative tools for that final stage, evaluation. That's where we measure if all our hard work paid off and where we can tweak things. One of the tools that really caught my eye was Julius AI.
Julius AI is really cool.
Yeah.
This tool is all about making sense of all that learner data that we collect. It uses AI to visualize and analyze the data and helps uncover patterns and trends that we might miss.
So instead of getting overwhelmed by spreadsheets, you can use Julius AI to get a clearer picture of how learners are interacting with the material and where we can make it even better.
Exactly. That's the idea.
I maybe see the potential there.
Oh, yeah. And that's just the start. In the next part of our deep dive, we're going to explore even more of these amazing tools and uncover even more ways that AI can change the way we think about instructional design. Sometimes it's not just about the big picture, right? Sometimes it's those smaller details, the little things that can make a difference.
Oh, for sure.
And the article mentioned this tool, QuizGecko AI. It really shows how AI can be used for those finer points of learning design.
Oh, yeah. QuizGecko AI, it's like one of those multi-tools, right? Can be used in different ways.
Exactly.
It uses AI to automatically generate quizzes from your content.
Exactly. So you could use it in your evaluation stage to do a quick check on how well those learners are grasping the material.
Right.
But it's also really helpful for that analysis stage, too.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, those quiz results could be really telling.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if everyone's missing the same question, maybe that points to something that needs to be adjusted in the teaching.
Exactly. Like having a little AI assistant giving you extra insights to guide your decisions.
Love that.
It all goes back to that point the article made about using these tools intentionally. It's not just about using a fancy new gadget because it's there.
It's about choosing the right tool for the right job at the right time.
Exactly.
And speaking of tools, there were a few other AI tools mentioned that we haven't even touched on yet.
Yeah, there were. And one that I thought was really interesting was Otter AI.
Okay.
Like, imagine if you had a super-powered note taker in all your meetings, your interviews, even brainstorming sessions.
I have heard of Otter. It's not specifically for instructional design, but I can definitely see how it would be useful for what we do.
Definitely.
We have so many meetings, discussions, all these ideas flying around.
So many ideas.
To be able to capture all that and be able to easily share it, that would be amazing.
Otter AI does all that.
Yeah.
It gives you searchable transcripts, it makes summaries, and it can even tell who's speaking.
Wow.
It's like having a personal assistant just there to gather up those ideas that pop up in conversations.
And then those ideas can spark something new for a course or give you a deeper understanding of learner needs. It's all connected.
It is.
It's amazing how AI is becoming a part of everything we do.
It really is. And I think this is just the beginning, honestly.
Yeah.
As AI keeps getting better and better, we're going to see even more cool tools and uses for them, which will just totally transform instructional design.
It's an exciting yet kind of overwhelming time to be an instructional designer. There are so many new things popping up all the time. It makes you wonder where to even start.
It definitely is. That's why I thought it was so great how this article didn't just throw these tools at us, but also provided that really helpful framework of the 4 stages of instructional design.
Right.
It's like a roadmap. It gives you a starting point, a way to think strategically about where and how these tools can actually help you do your job better.
So before we wrap up this part of our dive, what's the one thing you really want our listeners to take away from this?
I think the biggest thing is don't be afraid to jump in and try these AI tools, but do it thoughtfully,
Yeah.
Think about those challenges you face in your work and then see if any of these tools might help you solve those
I
problems.
love that. Be open to the possibilities, but think it through. Don't just use a tool because it's trendy. Use it because it actually makes your process better, helps you create those awesome learning experiences. It's like having this whole team of like silent partners behind the scenes helping us do our best work.
I love that.
Mhm.
And the best part is you don't have to be, a computer programmer to use them.
Right. The article really made a point of saying how user-friendly these tools are becoming. You don't have to be a tech whiz to start playing around with them, figuring out how to make them work for you.
It's really about changing how we think about AI. It's not this scary, complicated thing. It's just another set of tools we can use.
And like with any tools, we've got to learn the best ways to use them, right?
Right.
Figure out their strengths, their limitations, how they fit into how we each like to design.
Exactly. The right tool for the right job. Don't be afraid to try things out, see what works.
And it's what makes this whole field of instructional design so exciting right now. AI is pushing us to be more creative, think more strategically, and really put the learner at the center of it all.
It's making us rethink how we design, how we deliver those learning experiences.
Mm.
And that's a good thing.
Totally. AI opens up these amazing possibilities, but we've got to hold on to those core principles of good instructional design. It's about enhancing our expertise and creativity, not replacing them.
Well said. Because at the end of the day, it's about those learners, right? We want to make learning engaging, effective, something that sticks with them.
Absolutely. So, as we come up from this deep dive into the world of AI and instructional design, what's that one big takeaway you want to leave with our listeners?
Don't just stand on the sidelines. Jump in, explore. There's a whole new world out there. You might be amazed by what you find.
I love that. To all our listeners, go out there and experiment. Find out how AI can empower you to create the future of learning.